Hey guys, uh, this is Jessica Lightheart, aka the Earth Lady, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video. We've had a lot going on since my last video, and us getting the baby kittens. So, I've had a lot of you guys asking, well, what's going on with the garden? How's everything going? Where you been? So, I got 2 minutes quick before it's feeding time. So, we'll do a quick video here and see what we can show you. Pretty much everything is dead. Also, I had a list. I should have brought my list out. Darn it. I have a shout out for a couple of... I had a list of you that I told you I'd mention you in my next video. My buddy Nick and let me think. Sister Debbie and Sister So. A couple of the church ladies that deliver food. Oh, I had a list on my little post-it with all your names on it. I'm sorry if I forget to mention you. I'll pull out my list in the next video. I'll try and get everybody's names on there. Just a huge shout out for all of you still being dedicated followers and being worried and concerned and wondering what's going on. I'll flip over this camera so you can take a look at things while I walk and talk. As you can see, everything's pretty much dead right now and dormant because it's still winter here, and we did get some snow. We also got some ice, and so you can see that pretty much everything is dead. Front yard looks so gloomy. The cactus is about the only thing that's out there that's still green. And I'll show you the grow towers and everything that's up here. Citronella's dead. Lemongrass, I don't know if it'll come back or not. Strawberries are hibernating. Cilantro, no, excuse me, parsley. We got 2 things of parsley. They just got severe frost this last week, so they're real droopy. I'll trim them and they'll bounce back. But you can see pretty much everything else. Oh, and my lemon thyme there is still kicking, just barely. But yeah, everything is pretty much dormant or dead for now. I did see a little bit of green on the sage. I'm hoping that that comes back. But yeah, you can see how the parsley is really pretty droopy. Everything's sleeping. Asparagus. And let's see, bean balm down there. Everything's droopy. But we've had a lot going on in the last couple of months. So with the babies that we found in the flower bed, the little baby kittens, I did find a home for one of them. It's doing very well. That's Cherry. She's doing really good. The backyard, acquired some more pots. Pretty much all of my house plants never made it in because it didn't get cold enough, and then the night that it did get cold, it got cold fast and I couldn't get out here. So everything's gloomy. You can see I got the screen off of the shade tent right now. Still never got the shade tent down, but you know me. My whole life is a work in progress. But so babies ended up having a lot of problems. We're very sick for a while. I think I did a couple of update videos showing the babies getting bigger. I posted a couple pictures, but we had to take them to the vet and they had to be treated. And the rescue did help pay for a lot of that. Then we found out that the babies are disabled. They are still alive and doing well, and I have them. They're twins. They're twins. They're in the same. They were born in the same, out of the same sack, and they are disabled. They have what they call wobbly cat syndrome. They are now, 7 months old, I think. I have to look at the calendar. But we have had a lot of issues with them, and we won't know exactly how severe their wobbly cat syndrome is until they are a year old. Cherry, the one that was adopted by a friend from the grocery store, she's doing really well and has not shown any symptoms of wobbly cat syndrome yet, so that is a good thing. But the twins do have wobbly cat syndrome, and so we're still working with that. We've had to rearrange and modify the house because with the way that the twins are, they don't have a lot of balance. So basically, wobbly cat syndrome is something that happens when the babies are in the womb and the mama has a deadly disease called panleukemia, and that's in cats. And so apparently she had panleukemia, and it affected the babies while they were growing, and it affects their motor skills. The part of their brain that controls all their motor skills is deformed. Sometimes it never forms. So ours are not, so far they're not severe to where they can't stand or hold still, which is a good thing. We've been blessed there. But we still got a ways to go. But we've had, like I said, rearrange the house. We've had to modify a bunch of things. One of their issues is they can't get to the litter box. So, so we have 8 litter boxes, 7 or 8 litter boxes periodically placed throughout the house, so that they can get to the litter box. So, my number one daily chore is cleaning litter boxes 100 times a day. And that's not an exaggeration. But, yeah, so that's been pretty much a big factor as to why we are not having very many videos. It's because I don't have a lot of time. The babies are still on a feeding schedule. So, to make sure that they do eat, they get enough food and nutrition, they are still on a feeding schedule, and I do still have to make sure that they eat. They are also still on kitten food. We're just now barely getting them off of the wet food. So that's been a big part of. Here's the rose bush. And there's my irises. There's my poor banana tree. He went to withered and froze because of the winter. But yeah, so the big thing is, here's some more irises, is that, I haven't had a lot of time to do much of anything. As you can see, we never got to the rest of the dirt. And that's all due to having to take care of the babies. For the first, probably 4 months, it was almost nonstop, hands-on taking care of them, from the bottle feedings and teaching them how to piddle and poo, and then, we had to transition them to regular food, which did not go well. Took us a long time because their motor skills, first it was the problem with they didn't know how to suck, so it was very hard to get them to bottle feed. We did finally get that done. See the back 40 and the scrap litter that didn't work out. That's pellets, so it's biodegradable and it will break down and just absorb into the ground. But from there, then once we did get them to take to the bottle, it went well smooth for probably about a month. And then trying to transition them to regular kitten food was another handful. They could not eat kitten food, so we had to go to a very special kitten pate. And then from there, I was able to start getting them to learn how to chew and eat. And so then here's the project of the curb that's been overcome with the feral cats and cat mess. So that didn't progress very much yet. Again, still a work in progress. But now we've got them to where they can eat. They're not choking on their food. Things are going better. So we are progressing slowly but surely. A lot of the plants are not ready to be seeded. And we still have a lot of cold weather and cold temperatures. Today is the first day we've hit 40. So that's good. And last night was the first night we didn't have to drip our water because it was above freezing. So that was good. So yeah, it's been quite a journey. It's been a long journey. And like I said, there's not a lot of spare time to get much done between making homemade dog food to keep the dogs healthy. Well, and then we had a spell with that, so we had to take all the dogs to the vet. Down here in eastern Tennessee, we were blessed that they have something called a care card that you can apply for. This card. It's kind of like a credit card, but there's no interest to it, and you make payments, and that card is a care card, and it covers veterinarians as well as humans' medical needs. So we did that, and then after we got everybody seen and taken care of, then we had a big downfall because our little dog, Angel, Yippee, she ended up getting severely ill and had to have a surgery, and it was an emergency surgery. And so she ended up having the surgery. They fixed her up. She had to wear the cone of shame for quite a while. And so between taking care of the kittens and then having to pick her up, bring her out, let her do her business, pick her up, bring her back in, it was a process. She wasn't allowed to run or jump or do pretty much anything. I had to keep her as still as possible and have her heal. And then she had to go on antibiotics because she got an infection. And now she's healed. That was another long process. And now she's healed. We think she's okay. We're waiting to see for sure. I mean, we still have to take them all for another checkup because now we're in the snow/rainy season, and they're showing the same symptoms as always of the bacteria, fungus issue. And we've been dealing with that ever since we moved down here. So we have come to the conclusion that there's some sort of contaminants up in that hill that when it rains, it runs down into our yard. And so that's inevitable. There's really nothing we can do because we rent the land. We're just renting the lot. So there's not much we can do, and they won't give us permission to clean that back hill or push the land back. I'm working on getting them to approved for me to, I've filed some paperwork to get approval to bring in a load of topsoil to level off the ground here where the girls walk on, hoping that that might help some so that we don't have to continue this vet thing, because this continuous vet thing is, one, wearing us out, and two, it's taken a rather large impact on our pocketbooks. The good thing is we grow a lot of food, and I have preserved a lot from last year, so we've been able to thrive on that, and that's helping out. So we're still, we're just barely making it, but we're making it. On another note, in December, I got an email notification, both an email and a notification. They were doing another giveaway for the Garden Tower project, Garden Tower Project 2. And as you can see, I do have two of them. Well, January 3rd, I got a phone call saying that I won third place again this year, which has been awesome. And so I got a huge discount on a third Garden Tower project too. So this year we will have 3 of them. Each one of these Garden Tower Project 2s has 100 pockets for plants. So that will be a total of 300 pockets just in the Garden Towers, not including the other little Dollar Tree towers, and then the one that's in the back I showed that I acquired from the dump. So, and then of course all my pots. So that's exciting. I'm excited to get started on that. We do have to level in an area of the yard to put the tower on, because as you can see, we just don't have the room on the porch for another one. So we're working on that. I'm still brainstorming where I'm going to put it. And then once I figure out where I want it, then I have to level the ground. The trailer park did give me permission to level the ground and put down cinder blocks to set the garden tower on. And that was a good thing, because we are in a right to grow state, so they have let me do that. Now the whole replacing the soil of the yard is a different story, but I did file the paperwork for that, so we're just waiting for it to get approved through corporate. So that's what I know so far. Oh, that's just a weed. We got to pull that up. I thought maybe I had some mint in the backyard here. So that's basically what I know right now. The only things, like I said, that are still alive right now are the parsley, which is very droopy. So it's basically wilted is what you'll classify it as, because it got frostbite. The sage, which you really can't harvest it at this point. Well, you could, but I'd have to just crinkle it up and use it as a seasoning, but it's because it's dried, so that would be safe. And then of course my thyme. I do have, oh look, I think I do have some, oh, I do have a little bit of mint there that's not dead, so that's good. This one is, that one's just mint, not the spearmint. My spearmint is over here, and you can see he's pretty much done for, but we got plenty of seeds. I let all of that drop, so we'll have plenty of that this coming year. And I'm planning on putting that in the front arch instead of flowers. And that's going to help keep some of the cats away too. So we've got that going. I will go inside in a second. I do have a video going that I'm recording right now. But I'll go inside and show you my orchids, because that's the only thing that is alive and doing well is my orchids. So, been sleeping, but we're gonna go in here and quietly show you my orchids. They are all in bloom and doing well. They're cute as a button. So let's give you a quick view. My succulents, still doing well. The snake plants and the lucky bamboo are still doing good. And here is my orchids. And they are still, this one's a big long stem one. But you can see these are all in bloom and doing extremely well. So that's what we have for the indoor houseplants. So I'm going to cut it short because now I'm inside and they're ready to be eaten again. I got to feed them. So thank you for watching. I'll do another one as soon as I can. Stay tuned. We are a little bit behind on starting seeds, but we did have a bit of snow and soil outside, and the tote is still frozen, so I can't start seeds yet, but I'm working on it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being concerned. Thank you for being dedicated and subscribed and not giving up on us here at the Relentless Growth. So thank you very much for all of you being there, and just remember that no matter what, you are someone. You do matter. I love you, and we will see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.